Welcome back to Next Bike World, your go-to destination for everything on two wheels. Today, we're diving deep into a machine that's been stirring up a storm in the middleweight sport bike segment, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-8R. It's aggressive, it's refined, and it's bringing a whole new flavor to Suzuki's lineup. Whether you're a daily commuter, a weekend canyon carver, or someone eyeing track days, the GSX-8R is worth a serious look. Let's find out why. Right off the bat, Suzuki is taking a bold step with the GSX-8R. This isn't just a faired version of the GSX-8S naked by Kia, it's a machine with a character all its own. Built around the same 776cc parallel twin engine, the GSX-8R is tuned and packaged to deliver a sportier, more aggressive ride. Suzuki's strategy with this bike is clear. Blend real-world usability with performance that's engaging enough for experienced riders. Let's talk about the engine. At the heart of the GSX-8R lies a liquid-cooled, docked, 776cc parallel twin engine producing around 83 horsepower at 8,500 revolutions per minute and 57.5 pounds-to-feet of torque at 6,800 revolutions per minute. These numbers might not sound class-leading on paper, but in reality, this engine delivers a meaty, usable torque curve that makes everyday riding a joy. The twin-cylinder layout gives it that punchy mid-range, while Suzuki's 270-degree crankshaft design adds a unique thumping character to the power delivery. It sounds beefy, feels engaging, and has just the right amount of vibration to keep things visceral without being tiring. One of the key advantages of this engine is its accessibility. You don't need to rev it to the moon to get performance. It's got low-end grunt for city riding, and it comes alive in the mid-range when you twist the throttle on open roads. The throttle response is smooth and predictable, which makes the bike feel extremely controllable, even for newer riders. But don't mistake that for dull-up. It's still a lively machine that begs to be ridden hard when the mood strikes. Paired to the engine is a 6-speed gearbox that feels precise and slick, and Suzuki's up-and-down quickshifter is standard on the GSX-8R, offering seamless shifts both up and down the box without the need for the clutch. It's one of those features that, once you try it, you won't want to live without. The clutch itself is a slip-and-desist unit, making downshifts smoother and reducing lever effort, a big win for both spirited and everyday riding. Moving on to the chassis, Suzuki has given the GSX-8R a new steel frame that's compact and rigid, but not overly stiff. It strikes a great balance between agility and stability. Unlike the GSX-8S, the 8R comes equipped with a full fairing, giving it that aggressive supersport silhouette while improving aerodynamics and rider comfort at higher speeds. But perhaps the most significant upgrade comes in the suspension department. While the 8S uses basic kib components, the GSX-8R steps it up with Showa SFFBP upside-down forks at the front and a Showa monoshock at the rear. The result is a much more composed and confidence-inspiring ride. Whether you're diving into a corner or dealing with bumpy city roads, the suspension feels planted, supportive, and well-tuned for real-world riding. You get that sporty sharpness without sacrificing comfort. Braking duties are handled by dual 310mm front discs with Nissan 4-piston radial calipers, and a single disc at the rear. The brakes offer plenty of power and solid feel, with ABS coming as standard. It's not a track-focused system, but for everyday and spirited riding, the braking setup is more than adequate and inspires confidence. Now let's talk electronics. Suzuki has packed the GSX-8R with a solid suite of rider aids that elevate the experience without overwhelming the rider. You get ride-by-wire throttle, a bidirectional quickshifter, a 3-level traction control system, and 3 selectable riding modes. These modes adjust throttle response and power delivery, allowing you to tailor the bike's behavior to your riding style or conditions. All this is managed through a 5-inch full-color TFT display, which is crisp, easy to read, and neatly laid out. It provides access to all key information: a gear position, fuel consumption, riding modes, trip meters, and more. The interface is intuitive, and the switchgear feels premium and tactile. In terms of ergonomics, Suzuki has taken a smart approach. The GSX-8R doesn't adopt an aggressive race crouch like the GSX R600 or 750. Instead, it offers a slightly more relaxed sport bike stance. The handlebars are lower and wider than the GSX-8S, but not as low as a full Supersport. The foot pegs are set higher, giving you more ground clearance for cornering, but they're not so high that they cramp your legs. It's a middle ground that works beautifully, sporty enough for fun, but comfortable enough for longer rides. The seat height is a manageable 31.9 inches, 810 millimeters, which should be accessible for most riders. At just under 450 pounds wet, the GSX-8R feels light and nimble. Combine that with a relatively narrow frame and you get a bike that's easy to maneuver through city traffic or twisty back roads. Design-wise, Suzuki absolutely nailed it. The GSX-8R's bodywork is sharp, edgy, and modern. From the angular twin headlights to the sculpted tank and clean tail section, this bike looks every bit the part of a futuristic sport bike. The aerodynamic fairing not only looks great but also adds practical wind protection. Color options like metallic Triton Blue and Pearl Ignite Yellow give it a premium, eye-catching presence. Let's talk about the price. In the US market, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-8R comes in at $9,439 MSRP. That places it in direct competition with bikes like the Yamaha R7, Kawasaki Ninja 650, and Aprilia RS660. But where it stands out is in the balance it strikes. It's not as raw as the RS660. Nor as soft as the Ninja 650. It sits perfectly between those extremes, offering a usable yet thrilling package for a broad range of riders. So, who is the GSX-8R for? Well, if you're a rider who wants sport bike looks, real-world comfort, and performance that's engaging but not intimidating, this bike is spot on. It's perfect for the rider graduating from a 300cc or 500cc class bike, but it's also good enough for more experienced riders who want a fun, reliable machine for back-road blasting or daily commuting. Another big plus is that this bike is built with practicality in mind. With decent fuel efficiency around 50 miles per gallon depending on how you ride, and a 3.7-gallon fuel tank, you get a respectable range. And because the engine is tuned for torque rather than peak power, you won't need to constantly wring it out, which helps in everyday usability and longevity. When it comes to competition, the Suzuki GSX-8R may not have the exotic flair of the Aprilia RS660 or the harrowing drama of the Yamaha R7, but it's arguably more versatile than both. It's built with a clear purpose: to give you everyday excitement without punishing your back, wrists, or wallet. In summary, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-8R is a thoughtfully engineered sport bike that ticks a lot of boxes. It's got the looks, it's got the performance, and it's got the practicality. For just over $9,000, you're getting a modern, well-equipped motorcycle with premium features, a reliable and fun engine, and everyday comfort that's rare in this class. Whether you're a weekday commuter or a weekend canyon chaser, the GSX-8R delivers. It's a reminder that a great sport bike doesn't have to be extreme. It just needs to be exciting, accessible, and fun. And on that front, the GSX-8R scores big. Thanks for watching Next Bike World. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more in-depth takes on the latest bikes hitting the roads, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss a single ride. Drop your thoughts about the GSX-8R in the comments. Would you pick it over the R7 or RS660? Let's hear it. Ride safe, and we'll catch you in the next one.